Hello, and welcome to the Dougherty County School System Chromebook orientation video for teachers. The Chromebook that will be used by students is an HP Chromebook 11 G6EE. They are identified with a 10-character asset number that begins with G followed by 9 digits located on the back of each Chromebook. This identification number is used to identify the Chromebook when using Incident IQ, our tech support ticketing system. There are several ways that you can access Incident IQ. We are going to look at a couple of ways that I find to be easiest. First, Incident IQ has been assigned to the My Apps area of your ClassLink. Because both ClassLink and Incident IQ use your district username and password, when you log into ClassLink and click on the Incident IQ tile, you will be logged in automatically. You can also get to Incident IQ by going to docoschools.org/tech support. On that website, you will find a link to Incident IQ as well as resources to help you use the program to submit tech support tickets. Please create a tech support ticket in Incident IQ anytime you need the help of an information technology technician. For the Chromebook, submit a ticket if a Chromebook is damaged, if you discover one has been lost or stolen from your cart, if you would like an app to be added to the shelf or apps area of your students' Chromebooks, if a student has trouble logging into a Chromebook, or for any other reason you feel you need technical support. The Chromebooks will be checked out to our teachers in a classroom set. Each set will be stored in a lockable cart for your protection. Each cart key is unique, so please be sure that it is kept in a secure location. Unlike devices in the past, the Chromebooks will not be checked out to specific students. This shared model means that 3 or more students will be using each Chromebook daily. Students will log into the Chromebooks with their docostudents.org account. Please note that your docoschools.org account and any other private Google accounts owned by the students will not work on these student devices. Students will log out of the Chromebook they are using at the end of each period. It will be important that you are sure that the Chromebooks are returned to the cart correctly after your last class for charging. The Chromebooks will hold a charge for the entire school day. However, when they are plugged in, it is important to note that there is a micro USB port on both sides of the Chromebook. For the Chromebook to charge, you must insert the charging cable into the micro USB on the side of the Chromebook that also has a headphone jack. There is a small light under the micro USB on that side to let you know the Chromebook is charging. Okay, now that you have some general knowledge about the Chromebooks, let's look at one more closely. If you would like, feel free to pause this video so you can grab one of the Chromebooks and practice logging in with a student's credentials. When you first log in, the Chromebook will be using the Chrome MAB network. Sign into the Chromebook with the student's docostudents.org username. Notice that the @docostudents.org part of their email address is already filled in for them. Please note again that because these Chromebooks are managed by the district docoschools.org, gmail.com, or any other email address besides docostudents.org will not work on these Chromebooks. Once you have logged in, you should see a Dougherty County School System wallpaper on the main screen. This is set by the administrators and it should not be able to be changed by students. At the bottom of the screen, you will see a shelf. This is a quick link to Chrome and other apps set by the district. Please feel free to give suggestions or make requests for what needs to be in this area through a ticket in Incident IQ. To access other apps on the Chromebook, click on the circle icon in the bottom left corner of the screen. On the bottom right side of the screen, you will see a red sign out button and a clock. Clicking on the clock will open a box. Here you can check your Wi-Fi status, monitor volume, or lock the device. Devices should be locked for security whenever the student leaves their desk. At the end of each class period, students should click the red sign out button to close their profile. This will prepare the device to be signed into and used by the next student. Since the devices and checkout methods have changed, the IT department would like to share some best practices for classroom management with Chromebook carts. First, the Chromebooks are numbered inside the cart. It is strongly suggested that you assign a number to each student in your classes so that they can use the same Chromebook in your class every day. This will help to minimize the number of profiles logged into the device and will help you to know who to ask questions of should a device be lost or damaged. Please feel free to add additional stickers to the cases of the devices to make them easily identifiable for assigned students. Second, establish a culture of responsibility in your classroom. That responsibility starts with you. You should spot check your cart at the end of each period to be sure that all devices have been returned to their storage location before students leave the room. Students do not have to plug them in. Just schedule time at the end of your period for Chromebooks to be put in the cart so you can identify empty slots and no Chromebooks leave your classroom without your knowledge. Then the responsibility moves to your students. Ask students to spot check for damage before they log in each day or class period. If there is any damage to the device, such as a cracked screen or missing key, they should notify you immediately so that you can address it with the student who was logged in previously and give the current student directions to move forward. Once a student logs into a device, they are accepting responsibility for the condition of the Chromebook and saying that it was undamaged and ready to be used. Third, teach students to lock their devices whenever they leave their desks. To do this, they can either close the lid of their Chromebook or click the clock in the bottom right corner of the screen and click the lock icon. Since students are logged into all G Suite apps when they log into a Chromebook, locking the device will prevent others from compromising their email and Gmail or classwork in Drive, Docs, and Classroom. This will require them to quickly input their password to unlock the Chromebook when they return to their desk. Next, let's discuss lids down. It is strongly suggested that you establish the norm within your school, grade level, or pod that when an adult says lids down, all students close the lids of their Chromebooks and focus their attention on the speaker. This will allow the speaker to give directions, make announcements, or teach with the attention of students. To resume work, students simply open the lid, enter their password, and continue what they were doing. Last, let's discuss teaching and learning. Generally, students take care of items they've assigned value to. Consider how your students regularly engage with the Chromebooks in your class. If learning in your classroom includes engaging activities, interactive manipulatives, and collaborative experiences, students will not only love learning, but will also be more likely to care for the devices. Utilize G Suite for Education apps such as Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, Drawings, and Sites to allow students to create. With these tools, teachers and students have incredibly powerful applications that are all on the web, always synced, and that have collaboration built into their design. Now that you are close to completing the Chromebook Orientation for Teachers video, let's look at your next steps. First, you will be assigned a cart by your school media specialist. Each cart comes from Information Technology with 25 Chromebooks assigned to it. Each school is responsible for appropriating Chromebooks between classes that need more or less than 25. Second, organize your cart in a way that you believe will work best for your class structure. You can color code the slots or add more visible stickers to the cases to make them identifiable to students. Just be sure that you do not cover the G number on the back of the device. Third, assign the Chromebooks to students. You may want to create lists to help you quickly determine who had access to a device last. Remember that before the students log in, they should be assessing the Chromebook and notifying you if they notice any damage. Next, it is your responsibility to ensure that all students in your homeroom class watches the orientation video for students at bit.ly/DCSSGG-student. This video reviews our expectations for both the care of the Chromebooks and for student behavior while online. Students will then log into the Chromebook using their docostudents.org username and password. Once logged in, they will visit your school's Student Chromebook Policies form. This address has been shared with your administrators and media specialists. This form requires students to sign off that they have watched the student orientation video and our digital citizenship agreement. You may want to review and explain the digital citizenship agreement before having students complete the form. Each student should be logged into the device before completing the form because it automatically collects the email address of the student completing the form, and it should match the name typed in the agreement of the terms. Please note that no student should use a Dougherty County School System device without first completing the form. For students who are absent when you complete this activity as a group or who join your class later in the year, the video is included in the form to make it easy for them to complete on their own. Compliance will be audited throughout the school year. Finally, once everyone is signed off and logged in, design and implement creative learning experiences for our students with the Chromebooks. Thank you for your time and attention while watching this orientation video for teachers. The Dougherty County School System Information Technology Department is very excited to bring our students these new devices. Resources are available at these addresses if you would like to review this information further. Please complete the sign-off form indicating that you have watched this video prior to receiving your cart, and feel free to contact us if you have any questions.